Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. Somebody helpfully pointed out in the comments of the last episode that there's a thing right here, and I've been kind of ignoring it. We may have to do some blood runs. I don't want to. It feels like a waste of time, but yeah, that person's 100% right. We might have to do some blood runs. For now, let's go kill a boss. You know, I would really like to find the orange trinkets, the orange class-specific trinkets that I remember from previous games. But, you know, at the very least, a spare wounding helmet is, what, $37.50, I think? Yeah, these sell for $37.50. So, it'll help with our money problems. Okay, so let's bring, like, a couple of blood for Moyon. Man, yeah, after this we're probably going to have to do a blood run. Well, that'll be fun. You know what I really want to do is just fight tons of enemies from the courtyard for definitely no gain. Ugh. This game, I'll tell you. Alright, so we're going into a low-level run here. The scariest monsters in the cove do not occur in the level 1 run. I don't feel a need to bring a lot of bandages. Some anti-venom for the pools of corrupted water, maybe? I mean, maybe we should travel lightish, because money. Yeah. Yeah, we'll be fine. Let's equip trinkets, huh? How about that? How about some of that? Is everything... Do we have everything here? We do, okay. So, first of all, you get to use your sweet Rampart Shield. It's a wonderful weapon. And what else do I want on him? We could give him accuracy and crit. He hits pretty hard. The Jester also could use accuracy and crit, maybe? So much of the Jester's damage comes from his bleeds, though. And it's also true of the Flagellant. I think the surgical gloves go on the man-at-arms. And that we maybe, honestly... Is this a situation where I'm not even bringing Dismas's head? That can't be right. Like... Most of this dude's damage comes from his bleeds, but he still hits for 5 to 9. I mean, everybody else in the party just kind of has bad damage. It's okay. There's a lot of things are going to be bleeding to death. And somebody should have the Sun Ring, just so we can, you know, take advantage of pretty much all the enemies here are Eldritch. Here's a question. No, never mind. I was going to say, is the Jester in the right spot? But our party's actually, like, really heavily position dependent. Actually, there's no particular reason for the man-at-arms to be in front, right? Everything he can do from the front, he can also do from the second slot. Maybe we do this. Really? Okay, let's go back to the previous screen for some reason. Because now, if the Jester wants to do a Dirk Stab and move forward... The man-at-arms can just rampart to get back in front. And also this means that we could have the Jester Dirk Stab. There's a thing that could happen here where we even maybe can get to the Jester to the front and do a finale. I'm gonna leave finale equipped so that we can try it. I'm gonna you know, fiddle around with this Jester thing for a while. This is maybe not totally the ideal party for him, but we'll figure it out. Okay, what other trinkets do we want to equip? So I probably want to unequip Sacrificial Stab and get Demon's Pull instead, because I can use it from back here. It only does half damage, but... Well, this gives me absolutely no situation where I can stab people, or where I can, like, hit the front guy for meaningful damage, though. We'll probably just use our Abyssal Artillery most of the time, but it's fine. So then what I was doing was equipping trinkets. Maybe let's focus up. Yeah, just take the Book of Sanity. It's important that you know, keep your stuff together. I'm going to go ahead and equip this guy with 30% bonus stress worth of items, because honestly, if he stresses out, it's not even that big of a deal. He kind of just, like, does work, right? We probably don't want to kill the Jester's speed. I could give him this bleed amulet. His bleed chances are probably pretty good, though, right? 120% base against enemies that have low resistance. So what do we give him? I mean, I guess there's no downside to this, and it's plus accuracy. And then, like, we don't have a lot of trinkets that affect, like, the efficacy of stress reduction or anything. I don't know, I could also give him a minus stress, maybe, or, like, minus party surprise chance. It's not awesome, but everything he does is melee. The warrior's cap wouldn't be bad. Yeah, let's... whatever, we'll just, like, buff the crap out of his accuracy. Because everything he does is melee, so... I don't know, man. Actually, I wonder if maybe we should just leave a slot open. Because we don't have a trinket that does anything incredibly powerful on him. Maybe we leave a slot open as a way of just bringing home more loot. Or maybe I'm being silly and we should just give him the bracer even though it has the speed penalty attached. Yeah, that's probably right. What it probably is that I should just have him do more damage and stop being so weird about it. Okay, let's bring the stuff I was planning to bring and get the heck out of here. No, we'll travel light-ish. Probably 2 shovels, though. Man, I'm having a really hard time getting my throat to feel okay today. Alright, here we go. We're good? Food, torches, yeah, we're good.
Prying eyes had become a nuisance along the old road, and so I undertook to receive my most curious deliveries by way of marine shipments. A sheltered jetty was accessible by a narrow stone stair off the back of the manor, and a discreet system of pulleys could hoist even the heaviest prizes up the rock face from a securely tied dinghy below.
In case you were curious how he got all of his weird stuff.
The poor devils, chained and drowning for eternity.
Okay, so the boss fight is here. Wow, that was okay. I'm not going to go to the end of the hall and do an extra fight, but that was definitely worth the very small amount of time we spent on it. Do I want to interact with it? Yeah, you know what?
Wealth beyond measure.
I'm not too worried about anything bad happening to the flagellant. I think he's mostly got his stuff on lock. He'll be alright. Alright, you're good at disarming. Nope, not that good.
Mind that such missteps are the exception, and not the rule.
Perhaps, an auspicious start. Let's hope not, huh? I'd be okay if the rest of it went like that, though. I think I'm gonna do this. "27% bleed resist, man." Oh, you know what? I did this all backwards, because my brain is not good. I was thinking, it's the cove. It's the place where the bleeds are good. But no, it's the place where the bleed resist is good. Whatever, we'll be fine. Everybody's gonna be fine. Ooh, except maybe him. No, he'll probably be fine. We have a chance to use Exsanguinate. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Wow, they really don't like him. I almost feel like the flagellant should get a buff when he's bleeding, but maybe he doesn't need any additional buffs. He's pretty good as it is. So this is going to deal some very large amount of damage. I mean, we should just finish this guy off. Yeah, that'll work.
Confusion, nerves, and panic.
We really need her to lay off of that.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Okay, I think we just de-stress our Jester a little bit because he's starting to get really, really high up. And also, Slice Off can't hit the only living enemy. Yeah, you know what? Our bleed chance, our chance of inflicting bleeds is high enough that it actually probably doesn't matter that these enemies have kind of high bleed resist. I think we'll be alright. You know what? I'm going to de-stress again. This guy has 5 speeds. There is a chance he'll go first, but... Oh, it didn't matter.
Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
I was going to say, there's a chance our occultist would be able to... I guess that... Hold on. I didn't interact with the curio. I guess it doesn't really matter. I'm used to the occultist having some significant damage, but that's really not the case here. Alright, I am hoping that we can come out of this up blood.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
I wonder if you can smash up other kinds of crates and boxes and stuff with shovels to get firewood. I've never really thought of it before, but it actually makes sense. That's weird. What a weird little hallway. I think I'm not going to torch up again.
Another mariner, another misfortune.
We'll just work in the dark for a little bit. Because we know where the boss is. I want to camp up right before the boss, get all of our stuff in line. This is the shorter hall, although I guess maybe going the longer way since I know that I don't intend to... Yeah, sure, just eat that skeleton. Going the longer way when I know I'm not worried about my light level anyway maybe is more sensible. Oh! Hey, buddy. How you doing? Okay, he looks skeletal, but he is not a skeleton. He does bleed. Now let's lay into this guy. We want to hit the guy in the third row rather than the guy in the front so that the Jester can contribute with one of these. And let's throw a stun on that guy, so now we don't have to worry about actually getting attacked very much. Okay, that's fantastic. Just threw his turn away. Man, nobody wants to see your trainer case. Not now, not ever. Oh, man. They only have 40% bleed resist. You wouldn't really... Because we have, what, like 120-ish, 130-ish% chance to apply our bleeds? 110, 120? Yeah, it's kind of crazy how good these guys are at resisting. Alright, there we go. Finally get to lay in. Yes. And the bleed resist debuff has actually moved his resist down to 0%. That's fantastic. Honestly, like I don't want to get too out of myself here, but I think this is going to go pretty well. Do I want to stun, or should I just go for kills? Actually, you know, we don't have a lot of damage left coming out this turn. I should probably go for stuns. I think it's more important to prevent the Vestal from healing him than it is to prevent the Highwayman from hitting us. Also, I wasn't really thinking about it, but the knockback makes that, like, super, super right.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Because hitting the Vestal means that I was able to also Abyssal Artillery her. All this really does is reduce their dodge. He kind of doesn't have anything valuable to do. I guess we'll do a very small amount of damage. This party's not great at hitting the back row. This is becoming a little bit of an issue. So he's going to bleed for 8 more damage. We don't have to hit him very much. I have to get clear to him a couple of times. Man. 40% may as well be 100 for how well our bleeds are landing on these heads, man. Okay, that's maybe good for us. That's definitely good. Yeah, I think we can make something out of this. So first of all, I think you need to be just buff as hell and utterly terrifying. This guy has so much prot stacked up that I kind of don't even want to interact with him. Except to do this. Ah, that sucks though, because I did want Abyssal Artillery to hit both of these guys. I guess there was no way for that to happen except for me to land this stun and have it not push him. Okay, show collection. As much as I'm nervous about stress, and I am always expressing that, I'd much rather he do show collection than his other attack, which life drains, because we really don't need him healing. Okay. Good stuff. Solid open. Does he have a lot of bonus crit chance? Yeah, plus 4%. That kind of thing needs to not happen. Okay, he is not going to bleed lethally.
As the ghoulish collection scatters, the rats prepare to feast.
I considered going after him with Retribution and hoping that he would just bleed out, but I was too worried that the vessel would get to go first and heal him. Alright, we don't want to get dinged for stalling, but let's just take a second real quick here. We can do this. I'll kill him this turn, but I want to get the Jester to go one more time. Ooh. I'm not sure if I would have gotten stressed out by stalling there or if it would have been one more turn.
These
But
nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Alright, I feel pretty good about that. And then yeah, we camp here, and then we have a bunch of torches left for further exploration and stuff. And we get full scouting. Nice. I might want to head back over here. Like, there's still a small chance, right, that there's a secret room somewhere.
Huddled together.
Yeah.
Vulnerable. Rats in a maze.
Okay, what do I want to do? You can remove disease. Give yourself +3 speed. He's probably still going to be bloodlusted when we hit the boss. So this is maybe not worth the 2 time units. We'll definitely do weapons practice. A little bit of bonus damage against the boss is nice. And all 3 of them got the crit chance. Good. That leaves us with 8 more. We can... yeah, we can do this. Because we actually are pretty stressed out. A little bit of stressed out over here. I should have done Dark Strength first. The Occultist was so low on stress. Yeah, that was a mistake. I'm still going to do it. I just wish I'd done this in the right order. And then we have 3 time units left with which to apply some buff. Accuracy and crit, huh? You know what? that's probably never going to stop being funny to me. All right, we do not have ambush protection.
The way is lit. The path
but
is
we do have
clear.
luck.
We require only the strength to follow it.
Now, the Sodden crew is not a terribly difficult fight, even at the worst of times.
For a task well performed.
Okay. We're still above 75 light.
Even in death, the captain shouts his orders, and the crew obeys.
So they do, oh, that's annoying. You could have made him bleed so much more. I do appreciate, though, that he
Devastating blow.
put that bleed resist debuff on them right away. So they do this thing where this guy is going to wrap the anchor chain around people, and that is very annoying. We have 150% stun chance, so actually I'm guaranteed to land this stun. Let's just keep him out of the fight for a minute. We might even be able to land another one. Aw. %37% bleed resist. 20% debuff resist. Under no circumstances will these guys take any of my crap. So we still have a 60% chance to land a stun on him. I'm gonna go for it. Awesome. The next one will not work, I'm sure. But I mean, we're preventing the gimmick of the fight from occurring with these stuns, and it's going to make it very difficult for the Sodden crew to get any work done here. His speed is 0, so we probably won't see him go until the end. Okay. We gotta move so that we don't take extra stress, but this shouldn't be a big deal. He's easy enough to stun. We could also just throw out a retribution and hope to get some free damage off of that. Actually, that's probably fine, right? I can't remember. Does this guy heal up when he does his anchor thing? I don't know. Let's find out. And I mean, as long as the Jester's in front, he can maybe throw out a quick finale here. %5 crit mod. So he's an 18% chance to crit. If he crits, he could kill him. Ah. He did minimum damage and didn't crit. That's working out okay, though. Alright, here comes the thing. So now our guy is anchored. And while our guy is anchored, the Sodden crew are wrapped in these chains, which give them a lot of resistances, you can see down here at the bottom, and 50% prot and all this stuff. And it automatically drags the dude to the front, and we have to kill the anchor guy, and it's never very difficult. This becomes more of a problem later on. Oh yeah, it heals the Sodden crew for a small amount every turn as well. And well, as long as the order's screwed up, let's make use of this knife. But yeah, as you can see, this is not exactly a terrifying boss encounter. I think the cove bosses are probably the easiest, which is somewhat offset by the fact that the cove is actually a pretty scary area once you get up to the yellow and red missions. And all of his, like, dragging our guys back and forth really is not helping him at all. And this is something that the Jester does really well. It's sort of like, it helps your whole party cope with movement stuff.
A decisive pummeling.
Well, I mean, we can probably just lock this guy up for the rest of the fight, because we only have to get 17 more damage in. Not even. keep rocking that boarding clutch. I'm sure it'll help eventually.
Finally, a sailor's death for captain and crew. Fitting.
So do we just want to leave? No, we want to adventure a little bit more, right? I'm going to eat 2 food. So unfortunately, those are both tarnished quality trinkets, so those are only worth $7.50 each. Not exactly everything I was hoping for. Am I pushing it by adventure? We're close enough to the threshold where I'd feel de-stressing might be important, that if we adventure anymore, we may end up paying some additional costs. But you know what? Actually, the Jester can probably solve it. The Jester actually may be able to fix that problem right up for us. Oh, this isn't great, though. I wasn't thinking about the fact that we could end up getting more Crimson Curse on. So this would do a 2-point bleed on the mosquito. Yeah. Let's try to get as much damage on the mosquito as possible. He's really the concern. Come on, let's see some crits.
The ground quakes.
Oh, he's gonna live. And the Jester can't hit him, right? Yeah, Dirk Stab doesn't hit that far back. Crap. Well, we don't have to put up with this guy surviving. So, as long as if he misses his heal here, he didn't. Okay, well we can kill him now, but man, it would have been cool. I would really like it if they all just attacked the vampire. That would be great. Come on, drop him below half. Oh, is he low enough? He is. He is just barely low enough. But should I heal? Because as great as Exsanguinate is, this would be an okay time for him to heal the Jester too. But we're in a situation where our Cultist isn't really going to contribute a huge amount. So let's go ahead and use the powerful hit. And we'll just let the Occultist manage the Jester's health. Oh no, actually he's dead. Let's do this. Set up the riposte. We might get lucky.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Yeah, like that. And then who is the most stressed? Actually, the Jester. So yeah, over the course of a battle or two here, we might actually be able to lower our net stress level. I wonder if that can crit.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Okay, and the loss of our final shovel. Oh, actually kind of sucks, because you can use the shovel to break open the barnacles on these chests. Well, whatever, just get in there with your hands. You can cut yourself pretty badly on those, but obviously, he wouldn't mind, really. These green level boss fights are actually really good missions for, like, getting a lot of treasure and stuff, and coming out in good condition, because a lot of the first tier bosses are pretty easy. And I think part of the early mid-game feeling kind of like unusually difficult here has been that the loot from these fights has been so bad that I haven't wanted to do them for the most part. But burning through all the tier 1 bosses real fast can really be very beneficial. Okay, that guy has 60% bleed resist. That's an amount that is concerning. Boy, this poor occultist just really cannot contribute at all, huh? I will... Neither one of them has any dodge, even. Like, I can just cast heals and like fish for crits and get a tiny amount of stress relief. Yeah, the enemies are too bad at fighting for the healing to be necessary. Alright, his bleed resist is down a little bit. There we go. Okay, now we can at least Abyssal Artillery him. Actually, he's dead already. Jeez, I don't even know, man. Try to do 1 damage. Nope, failed. This guy has so much prot that like 1 damage is actually meaningful. Do not taint the purity of the strength the blood gives me with your songs. Everybody knows vampires hate music. Obviously, these sea maggots are not the most dangerous enemies in the world. I think the brine can give you some ugly diseases. Okay. He was fine that time. We had to switch it up a little bit.
A momentary abatement.
You know, some people are like that. You gotta figure out what they're into. What do you think? We probably went to, like, Smashing Pumpkins?
A singular strike.
Yeah, and we're gonna come out of this.
Promises success.
We're gonna come out of this up a lot of blood, it looks like. Well, not a lot, but some. We're gonna come up with this out of this blood positive, which is good. We're really in a position where that is, like, really important. What are we dropping? Probably the anti-venom. Alright, at this point, the food is our clock. I'm gonna head back and see if we can find anything cool over here. If we run out of food, we'll leave.
Laden with loot are often low on supplies.
I still can't in my mind, I have fear. I look at that thing and I think, oh no, it's one of those. So, I guess there's no reason for me to be letting my torch drop, right? And we take marginally more stress from the random stress events when the torch is low. Alright, let's hope that there's like a lot of cool treasure over here. Or maybe we'll get to this room and we'll get a scout and it'll turn out that there's a secret room. Or maybe this hallway is just going to be backpacks as far as the eye can see.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles.
Not very good backpacks.
In blood.
Alright, come on. Come on, let's not see any attacks on anybody who's not already a vampire, right? I'm gonna torch up, I think, and not nearly as much damage as I was hoping for. But by doing that, he has consigned his friend to death.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Okay, so let's stun one of the mosquitoes. I guess it probably should have been this one. Yeah, that was stupid. I do like the way that the enemies seem to only meaningfully attack the flagellant, though. They're really, like, half-hearted about killing anybody else. This is definitely a time we can go back to song. I think we are out of the woods here.
Success
Okay.
so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Do I want to drop something for busts? What's the least valuable thing in my inventory? I have 500 gold worth of onyx, and 500 gold worth of citrines. I think I'm going to skip the busts to hold on to all the money. Yeah, I think that's right. Okay, come on, give me a scout. Nope, no scout. Okay. Well, we'll walk to the final room. Running real low on food. These are... You're supposed to use anti-venom, I think? Okay. Those were the shot. I probably should have just dropped the holy water and taken the busts, actually. Yeah, that was probably a mistake. Poor flagellant. Dude cannot catch a break. Oh, hey, they fixed my party order. Okay, well, obviously he gets to exsanguinate real hard here. I hate the mosquitoes. I hate both of these guys. Let's make sure the gatekeeper doesn't summon a bunch of extra mosquitoes, right?
Diminished.
Herbert can start working this. I kind of want the flagellant to fall back below 50% HP. Although, you know, we could end up going too far in that direction. Okay, I don't think predigestion can give the Crimson Curse. I don't... Actually, I'm not sure of that. Aw. I had such high hopes. Maybe he was actually going to get to kill something. Oh, that's gorgeous. Yeah, the flagellant seems like maybe too powerful. Like, it seems really bananas. Okay, we can make sure the Jester gets a turn here before we finish this guy off. Just heal yourself, I guess. Aw. Don't you have... Yeah, you have 1 speed? Oh, I guess... Dude's speed is -1. Okay, well, we get another Jester turn, it looks like. Yeah, we're gonna walk out of here with basically no stress.
Ghoulish horrors.
We definitely don't need another invitation.
To the mud.
Alright, come on, scout. Nope. Looks like we carried this key all this way for nothing. Actually, I don't know if we have a scout yet, because it wouldn't happen until after combat. Alright, we've never seen a drowned thrall go off, and I'd like to keep that rolling. Although, all this... getting very nervous about all of the stuns they're throwing at us. He only has 20% bleed resist. Okay, so he's dead. I believe it is always their turn during the second round when it happens.
A dizzying blow to body and brain.
Man, he might have killed both of them. I clicked the wrong button. I had the wrong ability selected there. Alright, if we can get the bleed to stick here. Nope. Like, a lot of these enemies that have high bleed resist, quote-unquote high bleed resist, only have... They don't even have enough bleed resist to get our chance to apply all the way down to 50%. We're just getting very, very unlucky with the bleed applications. thing that's annoying about these jellyfish dudes, mostly, is that they fight the way I fight. It's very frustrating. It's a frustrating style. I would feel a little bit bad about it if this was a multiplayer game, you know? I'm gonna start playing some music here. I think we should be okay. I guess this guy has kind of a lot of prot. Yeah, maybe we're not. Maybe we're not quite there yet.
Vigor is restored.
$13, $2, $6. Yeah.
Well struck.
Let's throw an attack out. I was hoping I could just get enough damage to get there. It was nice of him to set us up for that, though. Oh, that's beautiful.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's
Okay,
end.
we did not get a scout. So, now the question is... Well, actually, I don't need the key. Never mind. I was going to say the question is, do we try to get to the other room? Or should we drop the food to pick up the treasure? But we know that we don't need the key now. Why don't you see if you can get it? Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll walk back. We'll take on a fight in the dark at the end of the mission, which is maybe not the smartest thing ever. But, hey man, more treasure. You know how I feel about that. Okay, it's not quite enough to guarantee her death, but we will get abyssal artillery here, so that'll probably do the job. Yeah, okay. Let's maybe not hear any more out of that dude ever again. Ah, we're missing our kills by just like tiny little amounts over and over again. Thanks, Wayne. Good description of the situation. Okay, so we just have to give this guy a little love tap. And in fact, I'm going to intentionally not kill him to give us as much time as possible during this next round to find a little time for some more de-stressing. Ah, Jester was just too slow.
A trifling victory. But a victory.
Don't think I want to light the torch. Do I want 4 more crests? Maybe I should not go all the way back, just dump the food for the crests and call it good. You know what, that's probably fine. Yeah, a success, man. Like, total success. That was very, very good. Over 15,000 gold, a good set of heirlooms, a trinket that's, you know, fine. A trinket that brings our profit up to almost 20k. We won't sell it right away because there is a small chance that we'll have a bounty hunter wearing our wounding helmet die, and it might be good to have a second one. But it's high on the chopping block, and next time we actually do need to sell stuff. Early riser is good. That's a good one. Natural swing is great. Weak grip is a real bummer for him. Tough is fine. Okay, so if we got another free sanitarium day.
The walls between the sane world and that unplumbed dimension of delirium are tenuously thin here.
Okay, Fragile was replaced by Gambler. That's actually fantastic. Really, really good work, Tinel. Excellent gambling. And we drank 2 vials of the blood. So the blood that we brewed up this week in town was spent, but we netted 4 blood from the adventure. So actually really great all around. Sometimes our guys really put it together. So here we have a cleansing crystal, which I think the cleansing crystal is like a really strange item. It's just, it doesn't need to have negatives on it. You know, like the fortifying garlic doesn't have negatives. The one thing that the cleansing crystal I know some people like about it is that it reduces the chance of you applying bleeds, which I believe does work on the bleed portion of Weird Reconstruction. So I guess you can give your occultist a cleansing crystal, but you also could just give him a good item and deal with it the very small amount of the time that he bleeds somebody, right? Like, all upgraded, he's at a 70% bleed chance, and the people he's partying with have like 65% bleed resist and stuff, so it's not really a big deal. Let's have a quick look at all of the potential loot. Do not love the Dark Tambourine. I think this is not a kind of item that I like very much. You can use dark runs, just run the whole thing in the dark to offset money problems. You get a lot of cash when you do that, so maybe that's something I should consider more. This is pretty okay. 3 speed, 5 crit. Like, the 5 crit's not a big deal, but the... actually, I don't like to rely... You've probably noticed at this point that I don't really like to rely on stuff that is inconsistent. I much prefer, like, let's do 20% more damage, right, over 5% crit. But it is worth noting that because the leper has a very high base damage, his crits are extremely powerful. And honestly, like, plus 3 speed with a very small penalty is already a pretty great trinket. So we could go kill a necromancer. This is totally worth going after. What else do we see? Quick draw charm, don't love it. Actually, wait a second. What did I just say? Don't love it? No, that's fine. That's actually 8 speed on the first round. That's going to make you go first on the first round. That's probably good. Like, even if it makes you lose a place every round afterward, going first on the first round is really valuable. And another legendary bracer. I don't think we need to do this now. I think we're in a good enough place on blood for the moment that we can avoid this. I think next time, I keep saying this, I think next time we're going to the courtyard, this has got to be the one though, right? We know where there's a door that must lead to something very significant, because it can't go further into the dungeon. I don't know, man. I guess we'll find out. That's going to be it for today. No, it's not. We're going to prep our party. Then it's going to be it for today. So, who's going in? Fairfax and Power both are a little bit high on stress. Fairfax in particular, we could do like... We could do this. Tinel obviously is well suited to the place. The Hounds of War. I'll miss the Vestal's basic invulnerability, but she really could use a little bit more time off. Do I want to throw her in Sanitarium, maybe? No, probably not. Yeah, no, that's not necessary. Okay. So... Houndmaster gets... We could go for Agility Whistle, but it's probably just damage stuff, right? Let's give her Dismas's Head and the Legendary Bracer, because even without the disease, her base speed is only 4. It's only 3, because she has slow reflexes. Yeah, that's fine. So she'll just do a ton of damage, a huge ton of damage. He can carry this... She actually probably shouldn't have the Sun Ring because she's the one who wants the surgical gloves. We give you the Sun Ring and the spiked collar. Lots and lots and lots of damage. And then probably we negate some of the stress here. I don't think that Junia's head is as important. Like, I don't think that plus healing items are quite as good on an occultist, because in my experience, you overheal with the occultist relatively frequently. But, I mean, it does turn those sort of, like, middling heals into great heals. I think we're going to roll this way. We're going to roll with a very damage-focused party. We're a little bit less versatile on the stuns than usual, but our damage should be great. And actually, we have a good use for target whistle now, because sniper shot is pretty good against marked people. We're going to have to level some stuff up, though. So let's sort the party to the top. You're all good. You're all good. The Tanel showed up all good. Oh, that's right. Actually, Castellan's mark also super relevant. We actually have a good mark party. I feel like it's been a while since that has happened. Okay, you're good. And then I think I probably should do this. It's a lot of money.
Sword, a stronger shield. Anything to prolong a soldier's life.
If I were to trade all my busts, I would only get 4. And I need 8 deeds. Man, the thing is, right, it's a lot of money. The first upgrade saved us 1,600 gold. Right now, right this second. I could trade some of my crests into, like, we're gonna need a lot of deeds before this is done. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna trade all my busts for deeds, and then also some of the crests, or maybe the portraits. It would be 4 portraits to get enough deeds. Portraits are so hard to get, though. It's 12 crests to get 4 deeds. That puts us down to 26. I mean, that's enough. Alright, I'm going to do it. There's going to come a point where we're going to be valuing crests over all other loot. And I'm fine with that.
Fan the flames. Mold the metal. We are raising an army.
Okay. Good. A fully upgraded furnace saves you a huge, huge amount of money. Yeah, okay, so now I think we're ready. Come back next time. That's gonna be us for today. Come back next time. The Hounds of War are going hunting, and I swear to God, one of these days, I'm done saying it. I'm not gonna say next time, but one of these days we're gonna find that Baron, and when we do, I have an awful lot of frustration to take out on him. And we'll see you then.